Hey guys, 828 Find Adventure. I have finally broken down and got one of these StartX remote starts for the Tundra. This one is for the keyed only, not for the push button start, but they do sell that. And I'm going to get this thing installed. It's wintertime and I want to be lazy and stay inside and start my truck. Uh, this is just a lazy man option here. I can just as easily go outside and start my truck, even though I do sometimes worry about somebody stealing it while it's running with the keys in it. This will take care of that. No more worries. And let's get this done. I also wanted to say this is something I purchased myself. This was not sent to me. Sometimes things get sent to me, and I get offers. People are like, "Hey, will you install this and do us a truthful review?" And I'm like, "Sure, send it to me." If it's something that I can use on my channel, there's a lot of stuff that people try to get me to do reviews on, and I really just can't use it or I don't want it. So I don't do those. And I'm sorry to anybody watching this video who, I'm just can't do it yet. I do have a few other vehicles in my family. We have a 17 Golf GTI and a Subaru Legacy, which it's a 2016 Legacy. There's not much you can do to it, and not many things companies can send. But the GTI there is, and the Tundra. And maybe one day I'll trade up and get a newer Tundra. I don't know about that. I really love the V8, and I don't know if I can ever part with it. Anyways, let's get going on this StartX remote start. Okay, what comes in the box here? Let's get this little box open. It's a little box. We got directions. Now, I would also, there is a good video. They'll give you a link to it on here on YouTube. That is basically the same thing. This is the brains behind everything right here. Has the little plugins all over it. You have this harness right here. This is the one that you have to ground. Then you have, let me show you what else you have here. You have in the bag, you have this plug-in. This is the only one on the key start that you have to splice. It comes with everything needed. The only other thing you will need is a pair of these to crimp the wire. But that's it. This is what I got, so I'm going to use it. Then you have this harness, which is the UBD port, and it replaces it with this little thing, and then you plug it in. Pretty easy. And then you have this harness here, which also has a little plug-in right here. All these say Tundra 1819. Mine's a 21. I assume it'll still work. This says StartX. This one says StartX something. Okay, so that's where we're at there. And it comes with a little tool. This right here is for a professional installation. It's a hood pin. I'm not sure what that does. It comes with a sticker to go into your hood and a bunch of zip ties. So, there you go. Got your directions again here, and they're illustrated with pictures and everything like that. There's also, like I said, a great video. So, it's great to have another one of these. It's always nice. We've got a bunch of zip ties. Okay, let's get all this together now. Okay, and I'm going to get ready to install. And that's what you get. Okay, folks, this is what you want to do first. You want to go ahead and move your seat. Go ahead and move it back however you need to do it. Move it back as far as you can. You just need the extra room, get the mat out, stuff like that. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull my dirty mat out. just like this. Shake it off, get all the crap off of it. Lay that down right close to you, because you can put these interior parts that you're going to remove on top of it to protect them. If they fall in the concrete, they will get scratched really easy. Okay, so the first thing, I'm just going to pull up this right here. This piece right here. Now, watch your fingers, that kind of hurt. Anyways, I just pulled this out. I'm checking the tabs, making sure they're okay. So you pull this out first. It goes right here on the rocker. Okay. Set that on your mat so it doesn't get scratched. Okay. Then what you're going to do, let's see if you can see this. I'm going to lower you down a little bit. Okay, so this piece here, this kick plate that's right here, okay, it comes off. There is at the very back, there is a little nut right back here behind your emergency brake pedal. And it's just like you can turn it with your hands usually. It's plastic nut. So I'm going to go ahead and take that off. I'll show you what it looks like. There you go. It's just this little, I don't know if you can see it, just a little plastic nut, kind of weak in my book. You know, I would have used a metal or some sort of wing nut. Okay. So then you can just pull that off. Now it has, right here, as you can see, one came off, as another one here. These are very particular to this kick plate. These push pins, I don't know if you can see it, you see how they're angled? That is not bent or broken. They are meant to be that way. This one, as you can see right here, it is kind of a round shape at the top. It only goes in one way. And sometimes when you pull this off, that comes out. That pin will come out. So you'll need to remove those. Now, one of them did come out. So I need to get that one out. So let's go ahead and do that. And sometimes they can be a real booger to get out. There it is. Okay, that one came out. This one goes in the opposite way of the other one. You'll see, they only go in one way, but they are different. And they are both angled. See that? So, and I think they do that, I guess, to hold it in there somehow, because this does pop off with flex. But there you go. That's pulling this off. Okay. Okay. Now I'm kind of doing this. All right, guys. Now I'm kind of doing this after the fact. I just wanted to show you these pieces that need to come off. You know, this one comes off too. They say take this one off. I'm not really sure why. I don't know. There's got to be some reason. Okay. And then the next thing you need to do is remove two bolts. There's one right here and one over here. They're 10 millimeter. So let's go ahead and remove those. Okay. Got that one. This one is way up under here, but you can get to it. Okay. So that's the two 10 millimeter bolts that are here and here of this piece here that surrounds your airbag. Then you just want to pull that down. Okay. And these pop out just like that. I don't know if you can see that. I just used a little pry tool. You can use any type of plastic or nylon one. Do not use metal. You will gouge this plastic. Even with these, you can gouge the plastic, so be careful. Okay, so then, just like that, they pop off. And I'm going to, these little white things, don't lose them. They're little white pieces of plastic. Make sure you put those back on where they belong. So when you remount this, you can, they just go on really good. There you go. And easy. Just makes your reassembly really easy. Now, you can unplug all of these wires. Okay. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wires, 8 wires. You can unplug all those and get this out of your way if you want. Um, I'm just showing you here what I did. Now, one thing you will need to do also, because you've got the main portion out of the way here. So this right here, and that's what you want, so you can get those harnesses in there. But you're also going to need to take this plastic piece off right here. So what you do is you turn the steering wheel. I'm going to try to show you that. Okay. Let's see how this bottom piece is off. And right here, can you see that screw right there? You're going to need to remove that. And then there's one on the other side over here on each side of the steering column. So you might need to start the truck to turn the wheel, but just like this one right there, I don't know, can you see that one right there? There's one on both sides, one right there, and there's one right there. You take those out, and you can drop this piece of plastic right here. That's all you'll need to do to drop this piece right here. And once it's out of the way, you can plug in the T-harness that goes up in there. Okay, I'm going to put all this back together now. What I do is I put the top pins in first. Then I'm going to put in these 10 millimeters. Okay, the two 10 millimeter bolts that go under this piece of plastic that surrounds your airbag, down below the steering wheel. Now I'm going to snug those up. And there we go. Pretty quick. Now, let's do this tricky kick panel. Let me see if I can show you. I really can't get in there to show you, but first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put this piece over the stud that is on the floor. So that's the first thing you want to do. It's right here. You want to make sure right here, that's the stud I'm talking about. So put the plastic over that first. And remember, both of those push pins are angled. So you'll have to fiddle with it a little bit to get it in there just right. Hopefully you can get that 12 millimeter in there. And this looks like it's in now. So that now I'm going to take this and put it in there. I've got pretty big hands, but I can still get back in there and tighten that down. To me, it always feels like it's stripped. Never really tightens down. Okay. Now let's put this other piece on. Okay, goes like this. Let's see here, we got blank. I'm lining up the clips. Put that in. There we go. It's all in. Really easy. Now, get the rubber mat. Get the rubber mat down here. Tighten it up. Slide my seat forward. One more piece, the side piece. And there we go. And that's it. So basically, you take all that off. I'm not going to show you where all the plugs go. You've got certain T harnesses. There's a video by StartX, and it also comes with a photographic pamphlet, and you could follow along. It's very much plug and play. The plugs will only plug in one way, and they will only go in one way to the module. After you do that, then you have to program the module. Just follow the steps. It's just like following a recipe if you're cooking something you've never cooked before. If you're uncomfortable doing this sort of work, maybe take it to one of your overland places, or that builds overland vehicles, or take your truck to a radio installer and just say, look, can you put this in for me? It's still cheaper than going to the dealer. The dealer's like $1,000 with labor, maybe more. So um just that guy, can you hear that leaf blower back there? That guy already has his lawn cut for him. Okay, the service comes by and cuts his lawn, leaf blows, everything. He does it twice a week anyways. I don't understand, but hey, his lawn looks great. So anyways, plastic tools, be careful. You can still hurt the plastic, but not as bad as using a screwdriver. It's like the old rule, never change a bicycle tube with a screwdriver like we used to do with the kids. You have to use a little tire lever that's made of nylon. Just works better, and you don't pinch the tube. So anyhow, there you go. Like I said, first thing you do, get some plastic tools, remove all this plastic. To remove the steering column piece, you will need to put your key in the ignition, start it, turn your wheel left and right, remove those two Phillips head screws, drop the piece so you can plug in the section under the ignition. Real easy. This is not hard. Like I said, the plugs only go in one way, and it's easy. And then you run the little wires that'll plug into the module. So that's it. Module sitting right under here. So once you get all that plugged in, you program the module per the directions, and then test it. It should work. You want to test it before you reassemble everything. Now, one thing I did was, when I first started taking everything apart and doing stuff, especially when I had to splice the one wire for my Tundra, I disconnected the ground on the battery because I was just a little worried. But you have to program the module and stuff, you have to have that reconnected. So anyways, follow the directions, watch the video. I had to watch the video about 50 times, and different videos of people. The footage of me plugging in everything got lost, and oh my god, the leaf blower. And so anyhow, so after you get it plugged in, you test it, works fine. Let me tell you a couple other things. So I can start this. So as they say in the directions, everything's really easy. Once you get this all installed, yes, you just have to hit it a couple of times. Let me show you. So press 3 times. There it goes. If I want to turn it off, I lock it 3 more times. So let's do that again. I'm going to lock the car, all locked, just like I'm going in for the night. In the morning, I wake up, I come out, and I go. So when you've remote started it and you come out to your vehicle, you can hit unlock, unlocks the door. You get in. Now you can put your key in the ignition and turn it to on, and then put your foot on the brake and drive off. Or you can get in and hit the brake. Now, if you get in and hit the brake, it's going to turn the car off unless you're keysing the ignition, turn to on. Okay, so you got that? So if you get in and just hit the brake, the engine will shut off and you'll have to put your key in and restart. Now, if you get in, put your key in the ignition, turn it to on, don't start it, turn it to on, and then put your foot on the brake, it'll stay running and you can drive off. It's great. So two options there. Let's see. Yeah, the TPMS light will come on and stay on until you put your foot on the brake. Maybe it's a reminder for that, but they talk about that in their videos, and I believe in the directions, but don't worry about it. It's nothing. It's just part of it. So there we go, and I love it. I've been using it for a while now. It started to get cold, so it's nice. Since I will tell you the difference between this and a factory one. A factory one will automatically like set your climate controls, so when you just start it, and it'll go to a temperature no matter what. With this one, you have to set them the night before yourself, physically. So every night, I just, if it's going to be cold the next morning, I just turn everything to hot and then lock it and go in. That's what I do. I have noticed that when I first started using this, I had to be careful. I'm one of those people who goes, when they leave their car in a parking lot, I lock it a couple of times and walk away. Well, if I do it 3 times, of course, it'll start now. So I have to watch that, but I'm learning. Other than that, it's pretty cool. And, do I need it? No. Am I lazy? Yes. Keeps me from having to come out here in the cold. I wouldn't have got this if I didn't fall in love with remote start on the Honda Ridgeline we have. It works great. It's a factory remote start that came with the Ridgeline, and it automatically warms it or cools it to 72 degrees. So that's kind of fancy. It's a factory one. But that's what I got. If you like this video, please hit the thumbs up, like, subscribe, share it with your friends, comment, let me know what you did. But everything is great with this right now. I really like it. And I would recommend it to other people. The wire you have to splice with this one being a key start, it's very easy to do. You just, that harness is wrapped in like electrical tape. So you just gently score it and peel it away. And then you have full access to the wire and you just cut it. The kit comes with the things, the little splicey things that you put in. So, splicey things. so it's real easy, and then you're done. And so follow the directions, just like cooking a recipe. It's easy, and you'll enjoy it. It's nice to have. So don't spend another $5,000 on a truck just to get remote start or auto up-down windows. If you look in my links or comment and ask me, you can get auto up-down windows for, fairly cheap, $150 or something like that on Amazon. And you can get this remote start on Amazon. I will put links under the video in the description. So check it out and subscribe. I'll see you next time. See ya.